Chocks and Chocolates in between. Roberto here for another video review. It's a very special one, as they always are, but this one definitely is. It's the Cadbury Dairy Milk and White Marble Easter Egg, or Ultimate Egg. Yeah, look at that. So creamy marbled Cadbury Dairy Milk and Cadbury White Chocolate Easter Egg with individually wrapped chunks. One ultimate egg, it says. One bag of chunks. Alright, 100% the same source Cocoa Life program there. We'll have a look into that if that's of interest to you, because 100% is a bold claim. But it looks very interesting, this one, doesn't it? Very interesting. Thanks to Shuri for putting me onto this one. Yeah, very excited for this one. I think it looks very nice. It's got a bag of chunks, it says. So I assume the chunks are dairy milk and also Cadbury White chunks as well. Yeah, you can see there. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, looks very nice indeed. So yeah, there's a few of these ultimate eggs in Cadbury range. I think they do like a thick dairy milk egg, and there's this one, maybe a couple of others as well. Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. It's got the typical date there. No, Andrew Winton's always saying about the 31st of the 7th of the year. Yeah, that they're made is they always just have a sell by date of them for Cadbury's Easter products. Let's have a look at what it says on the back anyway. Partner Fair Trade Foundation, Cocoa After August we mentioned. Hollow milk chocolate 58% and white chocolate 42%. So it's definitely more milk chocolate than white. You'd think it'd be 50-50, wouldn't you really? And one bag of assortment of milk. One bag of assortment. It should be one bag of assorted, you'd think. But one bag of assortment of milk chocolates and white chocolates. Alright. That's all what it says here. And hollow milk chocolate 58% and white chocolate 42% egg, it says. And there's the ingredients. And so you've got palm fat in there, you can see. Alright. There's other things there. Okay, so quite a few things here. We've got the where to go. What's all this here? So it's got like nutritional information there, nutritional information there, nutritional information there. So there's lots of nutritional information. 372 gram box as well. So I think I don't know. I won't elaborate too much on this one, but you can see there. I think that's for the egg itself, per 100 grams. It's 535 calories, 30 grams of fat, 18 of which are saturates, and per quarter of it, 134 calories, 74 grams of fat, 4.4 of which are saturates. And I think that's the white chocolates there. I'm not sure, but per 100 grams, 431 calories, 20 grams of fat, 17 of which are saturates. Over 2 pieces, 80 grams, 96 calories, 5.1 grams of fat, 3 of which are saturates. And I think this is maybe the milk chocolates, I'm not sure. 100 grams of 534 calories, 30 grams of fat, 18 of which are saturates. Per 2 pieces, yeah, I think this is the milk chocolates. It says per 2 pieces, 22.4 grams, 220 calories, 6.8 grams of fat, 3.9 of which are saturates. So strangely enough, the white chocolates are lighter than the milk chocolates there. Very strange, isn't it? Alright, well there we go. Yeah, is there anything else to say? I'm not too sure, but this is Happy Easter at the bottom. Your Easter egg has been made with Cadbury Dairy Milk. Open me here. Cadbury White as well, you'd think. It doesn't seem to celebrate that as much, but there we go. It looks very nice, doesn't it? For someone special, it says. So you can't lift that up. It's not actually a tag. It looks like it's a tag, but it isn't one. Yeah. This is Be a Good Egg. Recycle stuff like this. Okay. So you can't recycle the plastic, it says. And there's a QR code there as well. Hide an egg for someone you love, it says as well. So there we go. Yeah, very interesting. Very nice. Nothing on the bottom. So yeah, I think we just need to go and open them really. So I usually move myself down. I'm not going to do it here because I think it'd just be too it's too big really to have any benefit from moving it down. So I'm just going to open it. So yeah, let's do it. See what happens. Alright, there we go. Good stuff. So far so good. It's really open it at the bottom, isn't it? It's just gravity's going to make it fall out. So obviously got to be careful, I guess. Alright. I did have a good presentation in the Skittles Easter egg that I reviewed the other day. I was quite pleased. So will we get a nice presentation here? Oh, not too sure. Not a few packs of thingamabobs, but you know, it's very nothing too great. Let's see, can we get the egg itself out? We want to be careful we don't drop it. There we go. Okay, so we've got the egg, so this bit's just empty now, as you can see. So we'll put that aside. And here's the egg itself. So it's got a nice pink band going across it. I don't know why that is, but it does have it. It's quite a sizable egg, I think you'd say. Looks like we just have to rip this. Don't think there's any way of opening it without ripping this part, so yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay, well I think now we've got this far, let's move ourselves down and we'll continue it down there. I think that's easy, isn't it? So we'll do that. So let's move ourselves down. Okay, so we've got the egg. It's still a bit big for the camera, as you can see, but nonetheless, we'll see what we can do. So I've just got to rip this to get into it now. So rip very easily though. Maybe there's a better way. I don't know. There was. I'm not aware of it. All right. So quite a big, chunky egg. It's obviously not a perfect egg shape. You can see it's a bit. You expect it to be a bit more. Go out a bit more on either side, but nonetheless, it's quite nice. I like the pink band. I don't know really why it's there, but there is. You know, it's nice. You can see all those watermarking as well. Quite difficult to see, but you get the gist of it. There you go. Some established dates. I can't quite read them. 18 something or other thing. I can't see it, but there we go. Yeah. Well, it says established. Can't see the actual year actually. I thought I could. 1905, I think it is, and then dairy milk. It says glass and a half. Bean paws, stuff like that. That's very nice indeed. So normally what you do to open these is you'd obviously just smash it like this when it's still in the wrapper, so you can doesn't go everywhere. But I think you know, we're gonna have to show you what it's like. I think so. We can see also actually Cadbury's coming through this. So just say Cadbury on the egg by the looks of it. So that's coming through the foil there, which is quite nice. So the egg's not just a standard, typical egg. It's actually got a bit of actual design on it rather than just being a generic one that they do in some of these products. Yeah, very interesting. By which I mean, they just have a generic design shape, and it's the same no matter what you have. They just have different chocolates in them, So buttons one will be the same as a dairy milk one, for instance. So this one looks a bit. Although having said that, might still be the case. But of course, in this case, it is Cadbury White and dairy milk at the same time. All right, so I think I think we just have to get to it. It's a bit of a shame to do it, almost really, but it has to be done. I think it's sealed actually as well. You can see. I don't think it's actually going to open very easily. All right, I'll have to rip it, I think. Oh, wow, look at that. Looks very nice to open. It does look really marbled actually. It really does look very nicely marbled. Look at that. Oh wow, it smells very beautiful as well. Yeah, wowza. I think that definitely looks nice, that for sure. You see the Cadbury writing on there. It's very good indeed. So there doesn't seem to be anything in it. It's quite hollow. Cadbury's written on both sides, but a lovely marbling effect. I think it looks really nice, doesn't it, that? Really nice indeed, yeah. Let's give it a bit of a measure if we can. I've got the old measuring stick around, I think I have. Of course, it's not going to be overly accurate, this. We'll give it as good a measure as we can. Probably about 16 centimetres, I think. Tip to toe. And the width is probably around 11 centimetres. But yeah, I'm being a bit. I am sort of being quite inaccurate there, to be honest with you. And of course, we've got all these other little chunky pieces as well. Let's see how many of these we've got. I think we've got an equal distribution. So we've got 4 and 5. So 4 Cadbury Whites, 5 dairy milks. And the Cadbury Whites are, the lighter as well, according to the box. So a bit of a shame that, really. There we go. So you definitely get more milk chocolate than white chocolate. The egg is 58% to 42%. And then these are actually lighter. These are 18 grams for 2 pieces, and then dairy milk ones are 22.4 grams. So, yeah. Well, I guess you might want that really, but I think for me I'd prefer it if it was a 50-50 split. I think that's probably more what I'm expecting, but then, I don't know, maybe it won't quite look as good. I don't think we're too bothered about the chunks, to be honest with you, more about the egg itself. So we've got to smash it, have we? I think we've probably got to smash it, haven't we? So it's a shame to do it, but it's got to be done. Alright, there we go. So you can see on the inside there, definitely a thick egg actually, but definitely more milk chocolate on the inside than on the outside. It smells lovely though, lovely smell. I think we'll use the calipers here just to see how thick it is. It seems to be quite consistently thick. Sometimes you get these little chunky bits that are a bit thicker. About 5 millimeters there. But yeah, seems to be quite consistent as well. I can see maybe some bits are slightly thinner. 5.1. It still seems about 5 millimeters. So yeah. Which is pretty good. It's not bad, that. Not bad. You should use this as a cup, couldn't you, for all the other chocolates? Put them in there. It's a shame they're not loose in there. Just filled it with the little chunks. I think that'd be really good. But unfortunately, in a pack, separate. So So it's a bit of a shame. 'Cause I think it just detracts from the experience. Really, it'd be better if they were just in here. But there we go. But yeah, I think the next bit is just to see what it tastes like. So let's find out. Let's lift myself up. Give it a taste. Okay, everyone, gonna give this this Cadbury Dairy Milk and White Marble Ultimate Egg a taste. Yeah, so basically I've already opened it, so I've got sort of bits of the egg. We sort of smashed it into pieces a bit, well, into a couple of pieces, just for to see what it's like. So yeah, I think I just need to get into it. Really, you can see just before, I didn't mention it before, but there's like a bit of crimpage on the edge there. It's been sealed, of course. It's two halves. But yeah, I think there's not much more to do other than to taste it. So get a bit of a segment here. It's 58.42% milk and white chocolate, and more bean milk. You can see that it's like almost like it's got like an outside layer attached to the middle part, maybe. I don't know. It just seems to be two bits there almost. I don't know. It seems like there's like a dairy milk egg on the outside, and the marbling's kind of a sort of stuck on the edge. I don't know. It just comes across that way, but you can kind of see that line there, can't you? You know what I mean? So there is a bit of marbling on the inside, but it's certainly not as dramatic as on the outside. So I don't know. I wonder if it's a bit of shenanigans going on there. But anyway, let's give it a go. Let's do it. Interesting. No, it's not Cadbury marble as in the old Cadbury marble bar, which had a bit of a noisette, pralini sort of filling. It isn't that. It's literally just dairy milk and Cadbury white mixed together, really. And I would say, I think it's more about the presentation than anything else, because of course they are both just, you know, taken away from the other, really. Yeah, you know, so you've got like, I mean, you know, you're not getting much of Cadbury white, and you're getting a bit more dairy milk, but it is being sort of toned back a bit, or you know, whittled down, watered down essentially by the Cadbury white. So so it's all right, but you're just getting kind of like a weak dairy milk, really. I say it does look nice, but also if you look here, you can clearly see that it is kind of like an inner dairy milk egg for the most part. Although I say on the inside it does have a bit of marbling, but just covered in another layer. So they've kind of like layered the marble, like a marble effect on the outside. It seems that way anyway. That's the impression I'm getting. And then there's like an inner thinner egg, which is just dairy milk pretty much. An interesting one, this one. It's not unpleasant. It's nice, but it certainly is. You know, it's it's kind of like combined two things, and you're not really getting the best of either of them, really. So I think it's more about the appearance of it, more about the novelty of it, which I guess is kind of Easter eggs summed up to a T, really, isn't it? But you know, I kind of feel like it's just not quite a strong dairy milk, and you don't really get much of a white chocolate taste, to be honest with you. So it's no, it looks great, it's interesting, but it's certainly a novelty product, really, and not one I don't think I'll be sort of missing, really. It's not Cadbury marble like the proper marble, you know, the one that's been discontinued, as I say. So people might be a bit disappointed that that's not the case. Now you obviously do get the chunks separately. I'm not going to bother really eating those. They are what they are, you know what I mean. But at least you do get the Cadbury white experience from that as a whole, and the dairy milk also. I have reviewed them in the past, so you can see the reviews elsewhere for those. But yeah, all in all, I think it's just, you know, it looks great. You know, it's like a sort of chocolate Jupiter, isn't it? You know, as in the marbling effect that you get like on Jupiter, that's got replicated for there. But I don't know, it's not really one thing or another, unfortunately, in the taste department. Obviously there are the chunks, which clearly are where it's at in regards to giving you that direct hit of each type of chocolate. But the egg itself, I think, which is the part that matters, really, especially when the other parts are just separate, they're not inside the egg itself, you know, as in actually contained in it. I kind of treat them as just being sort of like a separate add-on, you know, almost like an afterthought, really, by Cadbury, just to give it some other kind of feature, but isn't really part of the main experience, the main egg. I say if they were contained inside the egg, not in a packet or whatever, then I would treat them as part of the same thing. But now I'm kind of treating them a bit separately and not really too bothered about them, really. But nonetheless, they are there. You know, they are there. So there we go. And they do give you that hit directly of Cadbury white and Cadbury dairy milk. But the egg itself, as I say, which is where it's at and what's the most important part, doesn't quite give you either one thing or another, but it does give you that beautiful appearance, so which I think is what it's about. So I think for me, this one is quite an expensive egg as well. And Cadbury dairy milk is a 4 out of 5. Cadbury white's probably a 3.5. I think overall, you know, you've cost aside, because obviously these are probably not worth, you know, what you're actually getting. You know, that's the case with most Easter eggs. But I think for me, this one probably, you know, it's a 3.5 out of 5 basically, but it does have a bit of an X factor about it, which could bump it up to a 4. But I think most Easter eggs have that really, so I don't think it's fair to add that on, you know, to be honest with you. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Let me know what you think of this one, whether you're disappointed because it wasn't actually Cadbury Marble, or whether you liked it or not, whether you thought the combination of them both worked really well. Let me know what you think. Always great to hear from you, and always doing best to reply. Take care guys, have a great day. Bye for now. See ya.